Hello, this is Joe. I'm doing the reading for the letter L. This may or may not resonate for or to individuals whose first name beginning with the letter L or their last name begin with the letter L. May or may not resonate. Take it where it applies. Spirit, give me the energy surrounding the names beginning with the letter L, first name, and the names beginning with the letter L, last name. Names, energy surround the names, first name or last name, begin with the letter L. Thank you in advance, Spirit, for these energy readings. Foundation, letter L. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Main energy. Teacher, student. Challenge. Intimacy. Subconscious. Illuminati. Past. Four of Pentacles. I'll pull them all up so you can see. Future. Main privilege. Person. Internal influence. CIA. External. King of Wands. Hope and fear. Six of Cups energy. The outcome. Rituals and spell work. Again, so give me the energy of this teacher student main energy for the letter L. Okay, so what we have here, let me explain. This card here is a card that I made up. Teacher student, and the sun is symbolic for someone with a lot of knowledge, a teacher. And that, as you can see with the tassel, is a graduation hat for a student. What this card symbolizes is stage 4 of an individual mastering their energy. The first stage is the narcissist. The second stage is the empath. The third stage is the student teacher. The fourth stage, this one, is the third is teacher. Third is student teacher. The fourth is teacher student, this one. And that's what this denotes. The fifth stage would be the master. So current energy that L, the letter L is in, is teacher student. They have knowledge. They're not quite a master, but they have knowledge. And it's clarified by the star. Spiritually gifted and hopeful individual. And what I get by that, real simple, as I stated before, teacher slash student is someone that's very close to mastering what they need to master about energy. And for that purpose, they are looked upon as a star. They're spiritually gifted and hopeful. That's one way to look at this. Or there is a teacher-student energy, letter L, which you are, and you see someone who you identify as being a star, someone that is spiritually gifted and hopeful. So either you are this individual, the star, or you as the teacher-student, letter, first name, last name beginning with L, you see someone who you view as a star. Now, the challenge position is Ace of Cups. Generally, that speaks about intimacy, doing your thing, getting close to someone. Also, it denotes after going through a drought of not being close to someone, being intimate, Doesn't necessarily mean doing freaky deaky things, but just drawing close, sharing feelings and emotions about someone. This Ace of Cups means that you're moving to that energy. However, right now it says that that is a challenge for the letter L. Let's see what that clarifies as. So the challenge for this teacher-student energy, Ace of Cups, which is intimacy, is judgment. Wow. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that the teacher-student energy challenge with the Ace of Cups is, how can I say this? Okay, judgment. Judgment also means inner calling. How am I saying this? This teacher-student, letter L, challenge is feeling empathy, feeling happy, showing compassion, beginning to love because of judgment. It almost, follow me with this, it almost kind of feels like to me that this teacher-student energy does not know how to do that. This teacher-student energy has never been in a situation where it was love, reciprocate, both give and give and take. So with this judgment card being out there, it's almost like they feel like because of judgment, they're going to have to break themselves from not wanting to experience it. And that's a challenge for them. It's almost like the horn, Gabriel has blown the horns, like, look, it's time for you to love. And that's just what it is. Whatever it takes, you're going to experience this. Whether you believe that you can receive or reciprocate, however that goes, it's time for you to experience that. And this is why it is a challenge. It is Ace of Cups. This is a challenge for this teacher-student who can be viewed as the star, or they see someone as the star, and them seeing that person as a star, their challenge with being intimate. But the horns have already sounded, said, we don't care how much of a challenge it is. This is part of life. This is what people do. And not to go too far off base, but love is actually, in the cosmos, in the universe, it is the thing that keeps planets in orbit around the sun, one central focus. We don't call that love out in the cosmos, we call that magnetism. Okay? But here in our realm, humans, when you have a bunch of fans and they like a particular artist, they go to the concerts, that is a bunch of people that are revolving around literally a star. We call them a star, but if they were in the universe, they would be a star. And the people that are at that concert would be the planets or the celestial bodies orbiting around that star. They are orbiting around that star because of a love or care or concern that they've grown to have an attachment to that star. Similar to celestial bodies in our solar system, as an example, revolving around the sun that we do. Hope I didn't make that sound all mushy. Anywho, in the subconscious of the individual whose name began with the L, first name, last name, I guess I need to go ahead and throw this in there. You might have a middle name begin with the letter L. It just hit me for some reason. I don't know why. On the subconscious is Skull and Bones, Illuminati, secret society stuff. That's clarified by 1, 2, 3. And there's my card. You'll see it when I see it. On the subconscious of this teacher student is Illuminati or some type of secret society, organization, community, whatever, and it's clarified by a hangman. And what that says to me is that with this particular individual or individuals with the letter L, middle, last name, first name, you're heavily concerned about this organization or committee or group of people or community that has had so much influence on and about your life that you being in the hangman is not justice. Hangman means letting go or staying stuck. That is purely for you to decide in your own best interest. Foundation. You know, I will say this. Something came to mind just now, and I'll share it in one moment. Get this shuffle out. And one cut. Someone told me quite a while ago, it's amazing how a car accident that puts your head through a windshield and they say you're going to suffer from memory problems. But they didn't mean memory problems like you're going to have extremely good memory. They meant it like your memory is going to suck. But I actually got very good memory. This is 10 of Pentacles. Contribution or just wealth. This is the foundation. And what I was going to say pertaining to this foundation, 10 of Pentacles, is what someone told me so long ago. This 10 of Pentacles or foundation is clarified. What is that? 8 of Wands, travel or news. This 10 of Pentacles or foundation, someone told me a long time ago. They said that money isn't everything. They said money is the only thing. Okay. All right. This 10 of Pentacles foundation with the travel and news says to me that this teacher, student, main energy, names begin with the letter L. There will be travel or news for this teacher student energy. Either they're going somewhere or someone's coming to them in reference to 10 of Pentacles. That's what I get from that. So this energy of the letter L, teacher student energy, with the foundation of the 10 of Pentacles clarified by 8 of Wands, travel and news. You're either traveling or there will be news sent from you, or someone is traveling to you, or there will be news coming to you about a 10 of Pentacles. That's what I get about that. Past position, 4 of Pentacles. Budgeting, or as I like to say, limiting. It's amazing when people sometimes have the opportunity to affect someone else's life in the smallest minute way, but that small minute way gives them a complex of God-like status. Interesting. 4 Pentacles in the past, clarified by FBI. Wow. Okay, this is another simple one. The main energy, teacher, student. In the past, there was a budget or a limit placed on you around you, about you, maybe access to you, or you being denied access on part of the FBI or some organization. That's cut and dry. Future position. Main and or privileged individual, person in the future position. And 1, and 2, and 3. Future position, main privileged person, clarified by time. Now, the time is a real simple card. It just denotes the clock. The clock is ticking, time is ticking down, there's a deadline, or there's impending date to something. So what I'm getting by that, the letter L that's in the energy of teacher student, in the future, either you're the main privileged person or you will come in contact with a main or privileged person in something being about time. Maybe out of time, or it's time, or it's about time. One of those two, or three, whatever. Internal influence, CIA. Hey, there's some guys. Wonder what they got up their sleeve. Me personally, just to throw this in there, it's interesting to me to know that there are people, or there were people that worked at the CIA that were involved in my life, and their kids are perhaps my age right now. That's just amazing to me. CIA, internal influence. CIA internal influence clarified by, wow, underworld. That's how both sides. This is actually cartel, barely read it, I guess. And then the other side is mafia. So the internal influence is two things for this teacher-student energy. Letter L, CIA, in addition to the underworld. Wow, I didn't know that that was a workable, doable pair. External influence. External influence. External influence is a King of Wands, which also, excuse me, can be denoted as a visionary. That is the influence for this teacher-student energy. A King of Wands that happens to be a Hierophant, part of this Hierophant, this group, this religion. And what that tells me, this teacher-student is heavily influenced by a King of Wands, a visionary that is a part of this group or this religion. That was simple. Moving right along. This teacher-student energy, hope and fear, is a Six of Cups energy. Hopefully I don't forget what I want to share with you guys. Six of Cups, hope and fear, clarify to mean Six of Cups, hope and fear, this teacher-student energy, clarified by, what's that, loss and grief, Five of Cups, wow. So there is a healthy / unhealthy hope and fear of a Six of Cups that is experiencing loss and grief, or Six of Cups to experience loss and grief. There's a hope and fear with both, healthy / unhealthy. Now the last card, the outcome, which is rituals and spell work. Rituals and spell work. It's the outcome. And that's clarified by the Lovers. Wow. What that is telling me, and I usually like to use my diagonal, go back to the foundation. Foundation is Ten of Pentacles, which there will be travel or news involving a Ten of Pentacles, either this teacher student moving in that direction or someone moving towards them with travel or news. And the outcome of that is a result after these rituals and spell works that were done on this love union bond, or the Lovers, which is also the Twin Flames card. 10 Pentacles, travel or news. The outcome, because the spell work and ritual stuff was going on, is for the Lovers to be together. That's why I get from that. And now I'll move to my 3-card summary. For some reason the thought just came across my head to say shakedown. So I'm acknowledging that someone thought I should say 3-card shakedown, but I still decided to say summary. Just acknowledging whomever perhaps thought I should say shakedown. That brings me to what I want to share. Spirit, give me a 3-card summary with a foundation and outcome. That brings me to what I want to share. I hope I didn't forget. I met this person at the tobacco store, and he told me that he is addicted to meth. And I myself, being just recently found out within the last year, 2 years, whatever, maybe 3, that I'm actually an empath, that there was actually a name for someone like me outside the label they tried to put on me, to find out and discover that I'm an empath, and that for a long time in my life I really felt a certain type of way towards individuals, whether they knew it or not, but I felt what they were feeling. I showed empathy. I sympathized with their emotions without them saying anything. I never knew why or what that was. This is what I want to share. I truly do not believe that science, maybe they do, maybe they don't, they truly do not know how porous, P-O-R-O-U-S, the human flesh is to frequencies, radio signals. Some can travel through solid objects. Human bodies are not considered solid objects. If you know anything about vibration, molecules, and atoms, everything solid is still vibrating at a very, very high rate, frequency, that make things appear solid when they're really not. That being true, reason for I'm stating this, people, you have addictions. Foundation, Roundup, 4 Pentacles budget. You have an addiction. Usually that addiction tells you when to go take a hit. Okay? You need to pay attention to your thoughts, because sometimes, as I led into this conversation, frequencies can travel through solid objects. The human body is not as solid as people think, meaning frequency can travel through human bodies. When we think, our words are energy. and they transmit on a frequency. We communicate through thoughts. The thoughts that may pop in your head if you're an addict, to go get a drink or go take a hit or do this or do that because of addiction. Please pay attention to the thoughts that brought you to decide it's time to go and do this. It's time to take a hit. It's time to smoke the pipe. It's time to bang a needle. Pay attention to the thought that comes in your head that pushes you to make the final decision, say, okay, I'm going to do it. I guarantee you it is not your thought. I guarantee you it's not your thought. It may be the thought of someone around you, maybe someone that you don't even see this person, whoever they may be, but they're somewhere around you close thinking, and that thought carried to you and permeated your brain on a frequency level, and you thought it was your thought, so you decided, I have to go take a hit or I have to take a drink. Science is not going to tell you about this. This is me sharing it. This is the sum up. 4 Pentacles, budget, my limit card, outcome, pain, heartache, heartbreak, sorrow. Put this in order like that. And this is the sum up for the letter L, the energy I just did. This is the sum up. I usually do this. What it says is a magician using their power, tools, and skills in the foreseeable future because of a thief or acting as a thief. The foundation for this is limit or budget. Them doing this, the outcome is going to be sorrow, pain, and heartbreak, because someone's going to get their head, their fingers, something hurt trying to do it this time, because the universe is paying attention. This is the sum up for the letter, how am I doing this? Letter L. And thanks.